These notes are similar to what you learned yesterday, except for now you're seeing it in a table format. And whenever you're looking at it in a table, we use the words input and output. But essentially, it's the same thing as what you learned yesterday. So on this first one, it says the expression is 4 times x divided by 2. So these are the numbers I want you to sub in for x. Whoops, 3, 4, and 10. So first let's do 3, and then it would become 4 times 3 divided by 2. And with the order of operations, with multiplication and division, you just go from left to right. So you would do 4 times 3 first, which is 12, and then 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So in the box right below, you'll just type in the number 6. Or on your paper, I guess you'll write it. And then you do the same thing, except for now you're going to sub in the number 4. So instead of 4 times 3, you would do 4 times 4 divided by 2. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. And then the last number you're going to substitute in is 10. And I said yesterday 10 is my favorite number to work with because it's super easy. So 4 times 10 is 40, and 40 divided by 2 is 20. So the numbers that you're putting in, the x values, the 3, 4, and the 10, those are called your inputs. And then the answers that you're getting, or the numbers that you're getting like out after you solve it, are your outputs. So input and output. Input's the numbers you put in. Output is your final answer. On this one, the expression is x minus 3, which I think that this might have even been on your Google form yesterday. But if you substitute 3 in for x, it would become 3 minus 3, which is 0, and then 4 minus 3, which is 1, and 10 minus 3, which is 7. I'm not going to do that again since we literally did it yesterday. The next one is x squared plus 2. So if we substitute 3 in for x, it's 3 squared plus 2. 3 squared is 9. 3 times 3, and then 9 plus 2 is 11. Substitute in the 4. 4 squared plus 2, so 4 times 4 is 16. There we go. And 16 plus 2 is 18. And then the 10. 10 squared is 10 times 10, which would become 100 plus 2. This is really sloppy. I'm not even going to try to write the 100. 100 plus 2 is 102. Oops, 102. The next one, x divided by 1. So we'd have 3 divided by 1, 4 divided by 1, and 10 divided by 1. So I'm not even going to write that out. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 4 divided by 1 is 4. 10 divided by 1 is 10. The last one, let me pause it so I can erase everything that I've wrote. Okay, so it says 100 minus 2 times x. Your inputs are 3, 4, and 10, and we need to find the outputs. So substitute in 3 for x, and you get 100 minus 2 times 3, and you have to do the multiplication first. 2 times 3 is 6, and 100 minus 6, that would be 94. And I'll type it in at the end. 100 minus 2 times 4, multiply first, so 2 times 4 is 8, and 100 minus 8 is 92. 100 minus 2 times 10, so that would be 20, and 100 minus 20 is 80. Let me go type all that in. Oops. Okay, so on the bottom half of your guys' page, you have another set of input-output tables. Let me see if I can get to it. I want you guys to try to solve these on your own. So pause the video right now, and then whenever you think you're ready, hit play, and I'll show you guys what the answers should be. But I want you to try it before you just copy down the answers. I want to see if you know what you're doing. So go ahead and pause right now. All right, here's the answers. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We actually did the fourth one down, the 5 times x plus 6 times x on the Google form yesterday. After you have it all copied down, make sure it's glued, and then move on to the next activity.